Remember when ice cream actually tasted like ice cream? When you could open a tub and smell real vanilla, real strawberries, real chocolate? When the texture was smooth and creamy, not icy and artificial? When the ingredient list was simple: cream, milk, sugar, eggs, and natural flavoring. That was it. No stabilizers, no emulsifiers, no ingredients you couldn't pronounce. Those days are gone. Walk into any British supermarket today and you'll see entire freezer aisles packed with products calling themselves ice cream. Bright packaging promising indulgence and luxury. Marketing claims about real ingredients and authentic flavors. They've convinced us that all ice cream is basically the same, that the only differences are the brand name and the price, that choosing the budget option is just being sensible. But here's what they're not telling you: most of what's being sold as ice cream in UK supermarkets isn't legally ice cream at all. It's frozen dessert, it's ice confection, it's frozen dairy product. These aren't just different names, they're legal classifications that exist because the products don't contain enough actual cream and milk to qualify as real ice cream. They're made with vegetable oils instead of cream. They're pumped full of air to increase volume while reducing ingredients. They're loaded with stabilizers and emulsifiers to create a texture that mimics real ice cream while costing a fraction of the price to produce. The British ice cream industry has spent decades perfecting the art of making frozen desserts that look and feel like ice cream while containing as little actual dairy as possible. They've hired food scientists to engineer textures that fool your mouth. They've created artificial flavors so intense they override your ability to taste the lack of real ingredients. And they've lobbied to keep labeling requirements vague enough that most consumers can't tell the difference between real ice cream and frozen vegetable oil. For generations, we've trusted these brands. We grew up with them. We assumed that household names wouldn't sell us inferior products, but that trust has been systematically betrayed. These companies know exactly what they're doing. They know their products barely qualify as ice cream. They know they're using the cheapest possible ingredients, and they keep selling them anyway because we keep buying them. Today, we're exposing UK ice cream brands that are lying to you with every tub. Products that should never be in your freezer, let alone on your family's dessert plates. Will your freezer staple make the list? Or have you been serving your family something that's closer to frozen margarine than real ice cream? Let's find out. Coming in at number 1, we have Tesco Everyday Value Vanilla Ice Cream. And the name itself should be your first warning. When a product emphasizes value over everything else, that's because there's nothing else to emphasize. This isn't ice cream. It's frozen dessert, which is the legal term for products that don't contain enough dairy to qualify as ice cream. The ingredient list tells the whole story. Water is the first ingredient, not cream, not milk. Water. Then comes glucose syrup, which is essentially liquid sugar. Then vegetable fat, which is code for the cheapest oil available, usually palm oil or coconut oil. Then skimmed milk powder, which is the cheapest form of dairy. Then sugar, then emulsifiers and stabilizers to hold this mixture together and create something that vaguely resembles ice cream. But here's what really concerns me about Tesco Value ice cream: the air content. Ice cream manufacturers pump air into their products to increase volume. It's called overrun. Premium ice cream has about 25% air. Standard ice cream has about 50% air. Tesco Value ice cream can have up to 100% overrun, meaning half of what you're buying is literally air. You're paying for frozen foam and the texture. Multiple customers describe Tesco Value ice cream as icy and grainy. That's because it's made with so little fat that ice crystals form easily. Real ice cream, made with proper cream, has enough fat to create a smooth texture. This product doesn't have that fat content, so it freezes into an unpleasant, crystalline mess. One reviewer said it perfectly. It tastes like frozen sugar water with a hint of vanilla flavoring. At number 2, we have Wall's Soft Scoop, the ice cream that's been in British freezers since the 1980s. The one that promises to be perfectly scoopable straight from the freezer. The one with the heart logo that suggests quality and care. Surely a brand as established as Wall's wouldn't compromise on ingredients. They absolutely have. Wall's Soft Scoop contains vegetable oils instead of cream in many of their varieties. The reason it's Soft Scoop isn't because it's made with quality ingredients that naturally stay soft. It's because it contains vegetable fat that doesn't freeze as hard as dairy fat, plus a cocktail of emulsifiers and stabilizers that prevent proper freezing. But here's what makes Wall's Soft Scoop particularly problematic: the palm oil content. Wall's is owned by Unilever, one of the largest users of palm oil in the world. Despite promises about sustainable sourcing, investigations have repeatedly linked Unilever's supply chain to deforestation and habitat destruction. Every tub of Wall's ice cream you buy is contributing to the destruction of rainforests. And the artificial flavoring. Wall's Soft Scoop strawberry doesn't taste like real strawberries, it tastes like strawberry flavoring. That's because it contains minimal actual fruit and relies on artificial flavors to create the taste. One parent described their child refusing to eat real strawberries after becoming accustomed to the artificial Wall's flavor. That's not just disappointing. That's training children's palates to prefer fake food over real food. Number 3 is Asda SmartPrice Neapolitan Ice Cream. Another supermarket value range. Another product that barely qualifies as ice cream. Asda SmartPrice costs less than £2 for 2 litres. Think about that. 2 litres of frozen dessert for less than the price of a coffee. Something has to give. And what gives is absolutely everything that makes ice cream worth eating. The ingredient list is nearly identical to Tesco value. Water, glucose syrup, vegetable fat, skimmed milk powder, sugar, and a long list of additives. But what makes Asda SmartPrice particularly grim is the flavor, or rather, the complete absence of flavor. Multiple reviewers describe it as tasting of nothing. The vanilla is bland, the strawberry is artificial, the chocolate is weak and chemical. But here's the real issue: the Neapolitan format. You're getting 3 flavors in one tub, which sounds like good value. But all 3 flavors are equally terrible. The vanilla tastes like frozen sugar, the strawberry tastes like artificial flavoring, and the chocolate tastes like cocoa powder mixed with vegetable oil. You're not getting variety. You're getting 3 different types of disappointment in one container, and the texture is appalling. Asda SmartPrice ice cream is simultaneously icy and greasy. The ice crystals from the water content create a grainy texture, while the vegetable fat leaves an oily coating in your mouth. It's the worst of both worlds. One person described it as eating frozen cooking oil with sugar. That's not an exaggeration, that's essentially what it is. At number 4, we have Sainsbury's Basics Vanilla Ice Cream. Sainsbury's positions itself as slightly more upmarket than Tesco and Asda. Their standard ranges are generally acceptable quality, but their Basics range is competing directly with the discount supermarkets, and quality has been sacrificed entirely. Sainsbury's Basics ice cream contains the same problematic ingredients as the other budget options: water, glucose syrup, vegetable fat, minimal dairy. But what makes Sainsbury's Basics number 4 is the inconsistency. Some tubs are merely mediocre, others are genuinely inedible. That inconsistency suggests poor quality control and batch-to-batch variation in the ingredients being used. Multiple customers report that Sainsbury's Basics ice cream sometimes has an odd chemical aftertaste, a slightly bitter artificial flavor that lingers. That's likely from the stabilizers and emulsifiers, or possibly from rancid vegetable oil. When fat goes rancid, it develops off flavors. The fact that this happens with some batches suggests the vegetable oils being used aren't always fresh. And the melting behavior. Real ice cream melts into a creamy liquid. Sainsbury's Basics ice cream melts into a separated mess. The water separates from the fat, creating a watery layer with oily globules floating in it. That's because the emulsifiers aren't strong enough to hold the mixture together once it starts melting. It's visual proof that you're not eating real ice cream. If you're still watching and finding this valuable, I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave the number 4 in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed to UK Food Exposed yet, Please consider subscribing and ringing that bell. Your support allows us to keep exposing the truth about what we're really buying. Now, let's continue. Number 5 is Lidl Gelatelli, Lidl's own brand ice cream range. The name is designed to sound Italian and premium. The packaging features images that suggest quality and authenticity. But this is discount supermarket ice cream, and the quality reflects the price point. Gelatelli contains vegetable fat instead of cream in most varieties. The ingredient lists are similar to other budget options, with water, glucose syrup, and vegetable oils dominating. But what makes Gelatelli particularly problematic is the artificial coloring. Their strawberry ice cream is an unnaturally bright pink. Their mint chocolate chip is an intense green. These colors don't come from real ingredients, they come from artificial dyes. And the flavor intensity. Gelatelli flavors are aggressively strong. The vanilla is almost perfume-like. The chocolate is intensely sweet, but lacks real cocoa flavor. The fruit flavors taste like concentrated artificial flavoring. That intensity exists to mask the lack of real ingredients. When you don't have real vanilla, real chocolate, or real fruit, you compensate with artificial flavors turned up to maximum. But here's what earns Gelatelli the number 5 spot. The texture issues. Multiple customers report that Gelatelli ice cream develops large ice crystals after being in the freezer for more than a few days. That's because the formulation isn't stable, the water content is too high, and the stabilizers aren't effective enough. Real ice cream, made with proper cream and eggs, stays smooth even after weeks in the freezer. Gelatelli turns icy and unpleasant within days. At number 6, we have Aldi Gianni's, Aldi's budget ice cream range that costs less than £1 per litre. At that price point, you're not buying ice cream, you're buying the absolute cheapest frozen dessert that can legally be sold. The ingredient list is a nightmare. Water, glucose syrup, vegetable fat, sugar, skimmed milk powder, and a long list of stabilizers, emulsifiers, and artificial flavors. The dairy content is minimal. The fat content comes almost entirely from cheap vegetable oils. But what makes Gianni's number 6 is the overall experience. The texture is simultaneously icy and greasy. The flavor is artificial and chemical. The aftertaste is unpleasant, and it melts into a separated, watery mess. Multiple reviewers describe it as the worst ice cream they've ever tasted. One person said they'd rather eat nothing than eat Gianni's ice cream. That's not hyperbole. That's a genuine assessment of how bad this product is. And the health implications. You're feeding your family a product made primarily from water, sugar, and cheap vegetable oils. There's minimal nutritional value. The vegetable oils are inflammatory. The sugar content is high, and the artificial additives serve no purpose except to make this mixture vaguely resemble ice cream. This isn't a treat. This is junk food masquerading as ice cream. So those are the 6 worst ice cream brands in UK supermarkets. 6 products that have taken one of life's simple pleasures and turned it into an ultra-processed disappointment. But here's what you need to understand. Real ice cream still exists. Ice cream made with actual cream, real ingredients, and traditional methods. Look for ice cream where cream is the first ingredient, not water. Check the ingredient list. It should be short. Cream, milk, sugar, eggs, and natural flavoring. That's it. If you see vegetable fat, vegetable oil, or a long list of stabilizers and emulsifiers, put it back. Brands like Kelly's of Cornwall, Jude's, and Haagen-Dazs make real ice cream with real ingredients. Yes, they cost more. But you're getting actual ice cream made with actual cream. 1 tub of Kelly's is worth 10 tubs of frozen vegetable oil. And check the legal classification. If it says frozen dessert or ice confection instead of ice cream, that's because it doesn't contain enough dairy to legally be called ice cream. You're buying something fundamentally different from what you think you're buying. The uncomfortable truth is this. Most of what's sold as ice cream in UK supermarkets is ultra-processed junk. It's made with the cheapest possible ingredients and engineered to fool your senses into thinking you're eating something real. The colorful packaging and familiar brand names hide the fact that you're eating frozen vegetable oil with sugar and artificial flavoring. But you know better now. You know that real ice cream has cream as the first ingredient, not water. You know that vegetable fat means cheap oils, not dairy. You know that if it's called frozen dessert instead of ice cream, there's a reason. The next time you're standing in that freezer aisle reaching for the familiar budget brand, remember this. You're probably buying water and vegetable oil with some artificial flavoring, not real ice cream. What are your thoughts? Have you been buying any of these fake ice cream brands? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, please subscribe to UK Food Exposed and ring that bell. We're going to keep exposing the truth about what's really in our freezers. Thank you for watching, and remember, demand real food.